I am so proud to be mayor of Duncanville, the city of champions, where the people, businesses, schools, and community partners make up the fabric of our great city. Throughout 2019, city leaders worked hard to continue our mission to make Duncanville a premier destination for families, businesses, and visitors. I would like to recognize my fellow city council members and thank them for their service. Mayor Pro Tem Don McBurnett, Councilmember District 2. Councilmember at Large Patrick Harvey. District 1 Councilmember Joe Vera Cruz. District 3 Councilmember Monty Anderson. District 4 Councilmember Mark Cooks. And District 5 Councilmember John Ed Jameson. As you saw in the video, our community partners are a huge part of our success stories. I would also like to recognize and thank the Duncanville Independent School District, Duncanville Chamber of Commerce, Dallas County, and our fellow Best Southwest regional cities. I am so proud of our city staff and everything they do to keep our city running smoothly. Our employees are professional, motivated, and dedicated to serving our community. Thank you to everyone on the City of Duncanville team for your service and commitment to our great city. Community volunteerism is strong in Duncanville, and I would also like to thank everyone who volunteers their time and expertise to the city. From our board and commission members to our citizens on patrol and the property improvement program volunteers, we are so blessed to have the talent and support championing our great community. Positive change in a community takes time and is built on the success of previous leadership. Over time, incremental improvements add up, and this year we made great strides in several areas to make Duncanville better than ever. Duncanville has a strong financial position as evidenced by our solid AA bond rating, which helped secure a low interest rate for the last year's bond sale. This saved taxpayers $800,000 in interest. In fiscal year 2019, the City Council was able to lower the tax rate by 1 penny for the first time in over 5 years. Our reserve fund balance is strong, with $6.4 million available in budgeted reserves. This money is set aside for unforeseen circumstances and could fund city operations for 75 days if the need arose. City departments continuously look for grant funding opportunities, and in 2019, the city received 12 grants for over $376,000, including monies for the senior meal program, solid waste management, code enforcement activities, and various public safety programs. While the city is fiscally strong, we face a statewide challenge. That challenge is focused on reducing municipal sovereignty, our ability to independently make decisions without state legislature interference. We are cognizant of this challenge and work to mitigate its effects in our local decision-making process. The most notable issue is the property tax cap passed during the last legislative session. All of the $21.6 million bond projects approved by voters in 2018 are underway in various stages. As you saw in the video, the concept plan for Armstrong Park was approved earlier this year, and designs are in progress for what will be an awesome new space for our community to enjoy. Last week, crews at Lakeside Park completed the new pavilion by the pond, and next they will be wiring electricity, adding ramps to the facility, and eventually pouring a nice new parking lot to accompany the space. The concrete construction crew installed the new Rotary Park parking lot in 2019, and both the Armstrong and Harrington Park projects are in the design and engineering phases. We recently completed the Daniel-Dale Corridor Study, and Council agreed to amend the Daniel-Dale Road project to include bicycle and pedestrian facilities, which tie into the comprehensive plan for Duncanville to become a more pedestrian and bike-friendly community. Improving the intersection at Main and Camp Wisdom requires thoughtful planning and coordination, and the project has been submitted to Dallas County Public Works for funding consideration. We are currently in negotiations to purchase property for Fire Station Number 1, and City Council has already selected the project manager for the new fire station project. Staff and the project manager are reviewing architect firms, and following that, design work will begin on the new station. We anticipate starting construction in early 2021. The service center design process is well underway, and we are looking at all potential improvements to enhance resident services at the facility, as well as to increase efficiencies for our workforce. Both the US 67 and Interstate 20 highways are receiving upgrades, and although construction is an inconvenience, the improvements will significantly benefit Duncanville. TxDOT estimates the US 67 project to be finished in fall 2020, and there's almost $2 million allocated for US 67 beautification efforts, 75% of which is grant funded. City Council recently approved a beautiful stone monument with the city logo that lets drivers know when they have entered our great city, and colorful landscaping will adorn the area with native plants and trees. TxDOT estimates the I-20 project to be complete in winter 2021. This project is quickly progressing with excavation activities underway for the sound walls and frontage roads, as well as new sidewalks and drainage enhancements. The Wintergreen Road project is also moving along nicely, with Wintergreen Road being realigned for safer travel and smoother transitions. The project also includes an extension of the City of Dallas water pipeline that will help enhance regional water availability. Preventive maintenance on city infrastructure is essential to extending the useful life of the assets we currently have. The $1.6 million dedicated to street maintenance last year helped by an estimated 10 to 15 years on our road's usable lifespan. For perspective, the 15 lane miles improved by the city last year is the equivalent to driving a one-lane road from Duncanville to the Cowboys Stadium in Arlington. Duncanville welcomed 121 new businesses in 2019, 28 retail, 1 hotel, the Hampton Inn and Suites, 8 restaurants, and 2 manufacturing facilities. The Duncanville Community and Economic Development Corporation provided approximately $500,000 in grants to assist businesses and tourism in town. Investing in our businesses pays off, and last year the businesses that received funding injected additional dollars for improvements, which led to over $4 million being reinvested back into our community. The former Chase Bank building on Cedar Ridge, Cox Farms on Main Street, and the former Dickey's Barbecue building at US 67 in Maine all received funding for revitalization improvements that will add huge value to the Duncanville community. Further enhancements to our city in 2019 came in the form of public art initiatives. The City Council worked with the Duncanville Design Studio and other community members to roll out the city's first traffic signal box art program and wall mural project. 5 traffic boxes were selected for public art, which was curated from artists in the community, and the images highlight various aspects of our city's history and values. The wall mural project at Cockrell Hill and Daniel Dale brought out hundreds of volunteers to help paint the mural, and was truly a community effort to bring more culture and art to Duncanville. The Property Improvement Program utilizes volunteers to help Duncanville homeowners bring their properties up to code and assist with aesthetic improvements that benefit entire neighborhoods. Now in its 5th year, the Property Improvement Program improved 9 homes in 2019, including the one you see here. Engaging community members is vital to the city's success, and last year the city hosted over a dozen community meetings for various topics, including the annual budget, code enforcement, solid waste, and crime prevention, and more. In 2019, the city hosted over 400 events, programs, and classes for the community, including health and wellness opportunities, family fun activities, and enriching educational pursuits. The award-winning annual report helps tell our story by the facts and figures, and our police department hosted its first annual open house event last year to engage citizens and promote relationships between the community and law enforcement. Approximately half of the general fund budget is allocated to public safety for our community, and between the Duncanville Police and Fire Departments, our professionals have over 1,000 years of combined public safety expertise. The Duncanville Police Department is facing crime head-on, and the narcotics unit executed nearly 100 search warrants in 2019, 15 of which were high-risk situations. These investigations resulted in over 65 felony charges, contributing to a quantum improvement in the overall safety of our community. Our police department's crime victims advocate helped almost 600 individuals, 25 of which qualified to receive funding through the Attorney General's office to assist with counseling, medical bills, long-term care, and relocation aid. In 2019, our firefighters saved an estimated $5.7 million worth of property from fire damage. Almost 3/4 of 911 calls for the fire department are for health-related emergencies, and EMS transported 2,500 patients to the hospital last year. Through life-saving efforts, Duncanville paramedics were able to bring 11 people back to life prior to arriving at the hospital. Our public library, the recreation center, the senior center, and the Fieldhouse continue to attract new visitors and expand community programming. The library added over 5,000 new items into circulation last year. The recreation center offered several new programs, including pickleball, men's basketball league, and a youth basketball skills camp. Senior center programming is so strong that memberships increased by 20%, and the Fieldhouse hosted 75 events, including dance classes, sports leagues, tournaments, and the very popular summer camp for kids. Our community had a fantastic 2019, and as we turn the page to a new decade, the city is poised for even more great opportunities, such as continued property redevelopment, more community art initiatives, and further investments in our neighborhoods and businesses. Thank you for everything that each of you do to make Duncanville a great place to live, work, and play. It takes a team of people to make positive change, and Duncanville is blessed to have so many people championing strong community.